fans, and welcome to another edition of Inside Bear Athletics on Bear TV. On this special Thanksgiving week edition, we're going to spend some time talking band. Director of Bands Clay Whittington will drop by in just a few minutes. And Miss Joyce Mabry going to join us. Many hats on her, including the Southwest Tennis Program. All that and more as we bear down and get ready for Inside Bear Athletics on Bear TV.
Inside Southwest Bear Athletics is your home for all things sports related at Southwest Mississippi Community College. Benji Embry is the voice of Southwest Bear Athletics and a seasoned sports broadcaster in Southwest Mississippi. You can hear him on game day broadcasting nearly all of our athletic events. Join us weekly on Tuesdays to catch up on the discussions. You can hear us live on Bear TV, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. You can also download the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, and Amazon Music. So if you have questions or you just want to keep up with teams and stats, you have come to the right place.
Well, welcome back to Inside Bear Athletics here on Bear TV, this special Thanksgiving week edition. Up first, we're going to talk Southwest tennis. Tennis coach Miss Joyce Mabry joining us on the program. Miss Joyce, good evening and welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me.
Well, Miss Joyce wears many hats here on campus. We'll talk about some of those other hats that she wears in just a moment. But first, let's talk tennis and the Southwest Tennis Program. And Miss Joyce, I know your history in tennis goes way, way back, doesn't it?
Yes, I love the sport. It's a great sport. You can play it for a long, long time. Very competitive. Yes, and you meet a lot of interesting people. Very interesting people, good people.
Of course, before your tenure here at Southwest, you were, a high school coach at Macomb. You've also done some positions of directory as far as statewide goes?
Yes, I have. I was at Macomb High, which I also have recruited Dontavius McCoy this year from Macomb High School, and we're excited to have him. I was also a regional director of the USTA for Southwest Mississippi, which included a lot of counties, and so, yeah, I would help run tournaments in Jackson, Mississippi, and all over the state of Mississippi. Great experience, great people.
Well, of course, you also passed your love on to your kids. Your daughter actually was a tennis player here, so I guess the big question on a lot of folks' mind, more competitive, Mom or Melissa?
Well, we're both pretty competitive. My whole family is real competitive. You know, we like to win. But Melissa and I have actually been double partners together, and also my son Will and I have been on the same team, and then my husband and I. Melissa, they did really well the 2 years she was here in tennis. They actually went on to regionals. One year we went to Plano, Texas, and the next year we went to Tucson, Arizona under Coach Dennis Sims.
Well, obviously, tennis runs through your veins. You're here at Southwest as our tennis coach, both men's and women's tennis. Is it different coaching both men and women, or is tennis?
Well, tennis is tennis, but, you know, the men are a lot stronger than maybe what the women are. But it's all about placement and finesse, and it's not really about power. It's about placement. It's about placement and endurance. If you're the last person standing, you're going to win.
Well, that's a pretty good way of putting it. As far as men and women, how do you split your time between the two programs?
Well, we actually practice together every day, and then we do workouts together. We use our courts every day practicing, and I'll have them do individual drills as different teams, and then also together they will drill. You
talk about practicing together. You do have some tennis courts here, but as far as the matches go, those don't take place here on campus, do they? No,
they don't. We do not have enough courts because, see, each time that we're playing a match, the men's, you're going to play 9 courts. Women's, you're going to play 9 courts. So that means we're playing 18 matches every time we play. And so, you know, with 3 courts, that we would be here probably all day trying to play those matches. Yes, and they all go on. We start with the doubles, and then we go into the singles. So there's 6 singles in the men's and the women's, and then there are 3 doubles in the men's and the women's.
But you do have a place here locally to play your home games.
We do. Fit Life was very gracious to let us rent their courts. The first year we rented Fernwood Country Club's courts, which were awesome also. But then with FitLife, we're able to use their courts, and then the players are able to. Coach Dean is marvelous. He works so well with them, and Robin, and they allow them to come out on Monday and Tuesday nights and to play in the leagues. And actually, they have free access to FitLife. They can go anytime, and if they want to lift some weights, if they want to do it, and they do not have to join. So they have been just, and Jerry Ivy, who is the manager, they have just been so, acceptable to everything that we have asked them to do. They even have put a sign up, Coach Dean McClower has, that this is the home of Southwest tennis. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I've seen that sign several times.
Yes,
out at
so we're
FitLife.
excited. We're excited to be there and to use their fantastic facility.
Well, you talked about watching the matches. As far as tennis goes, for the novice person who may be watching this, is tennis played a lot at the high school level here locally, or is it mostly through the matches at FitLife and other places like that you find players?
No, the players come out of our local schools. We have a lot of, I have three players from North Pike that are on the team this year. I have some from North Mississippi. They all come from their high school.
So high school tennis is pretty prevalent in Mississippi?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. As I said, I recruited Macomb High this year. So, we like our local people a lot, but then we're also reaching out to others wherever we can find them, in the state of Mississippi.
Well, most of your games this year, anyway, going to be in the spring, but you did get to play a little bit this fall, didn't you?
Yeah, we always have a fall season, but we usually have, we don't have as many games in the fall. And this year was a little bit different with, COVID and those things. But we did get to play, and we played homes, and we beat homes. So we were excited about that. But in the spring, we start on January the 22nd. Is our first match, and then we will go through April the 9th is our last match. So we'll actually be playing twice a week on Tuesdays and Fridays at 2 o'clock everywhere it is, because that's been set as a default at that time and on those days. So we'll be traveling. Our first match is on January the 22nd, and it's against Gulf Coast. So.
Wow.
We're excited.
Just right around the corner from getting that started, aren't we?
Yes, we are, because we come back, I think, on the 12th or something, the students do. And we'll, of course, be on the courts continually until, to get ready for that first match.
Absolutely. And and by the way, if you do drive through campus and you see a bunch of activity on the tennis courts, that's probably Miss Joyce practicing her team down there. I know several times when you're driving by, you'll see a lot of action on that tennis courts. That's usually a lot of practicing going on, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yeah, we do a lot of drills. We do a lot of playing because you only get better. You've got to practice the way you're going to play. And we play with intensity so that we will win on the tennis court. Yes. And our administration is very receptive to us, and they always, Dr. Bishop, Coach Wallace, everyone is, always there ready to help us with anything that we need.
Absolutely. I know one thing we can say about the administration here, and you just said it, one thing we can say from Dr. Bishop down, everybody's committed to athletics here at Southwest, aren't they?
For certain. For certain, yes, and that's the way we want it to be, yes.
Well, tennis just one of the hats that you carry here at Southwest. Two of other hats that you carry, in addition to being an instructor here at the college, is the college newspaper, the Pine Burr. And I know anytime I'm on campus, I pick one of those up. And I know actually right now, if you join the Alumni Association, you actually get the Pine Burr mailed to you. But it's a lot of work putting that paper together, but you've got some great students here every year that seem to really put a beautiful, beautiful newspaper together, don't you?
Yes, we do. Thank you. Yes, it's actually, journalism is the source that they come from, because they're all taking a journalism class. And then from that journalism class, we produce the newspaper and the yearbook, yes. So this is our latest edition with the homecoming court on it. We tried to cover as much as we possibly can that's happening here on the campus, and it's published monthly.
I was going to say, is it just during the school months, or is it every month?
No, it's just during the school months.
Just during the school months?
Because I don't have the staff to do it, any other time. Because this is a course, a class that they're actually taking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a class, and they get credit and hours for it. Yes, and to produce it. And they put a lot of their own hours in it also, yes.
If somebody wants to pick up a copy, they can of course, be found around campus.
Yes, they can, and then we're always open for anyone that wants to join the class, the journalism class. A lot of my students are journalism majors or English majors, but now you can, it's open to anyone. So if anyone wants to take the course, we are happy to have you.
So two things. Number one, if you're watching this and you're either a high school senior or possibly already a student here at Southwest and you're interested in journalism and maybe writing for the newspaper, you can come see Ms. Joyce. Number two, if you want a copy of that newspaper, there's a lot of ways to get it. You can always find it on campus and some other options to get that newspaper, but definitely put one of those in your hands for sure.
Yes, and we're actually online. You can go to our Southwest page, www.smcc.edu, and you can actually read the paper there also. So we're online, yes.
So you can even go to your computer and
Yes,
see the Pine Bird.
Yes, and another thing is our editor, the editor of the newspaper and the editor of the yearbook receive a scholarship for 4 semesters that they're here. So, if there are any students out there that are interested in working on the paper and getting a scholarship, they just need to contact me.
Absolutely. Well, let's talk about that other thing there, the yearbook. And before we go any further on the yearbook, I know Miss Mabry has something she wants to announce that was just recently announced about the yearbook as far as a ranking, I understand?
Yes, it was actually a competition through all the community colleges in the state of Mississippi that compete in the yearbook competition, and we were just notified that we won first place. So we are so excited about this with this book, and we have 5 videos through the QR codes in the book, which we're the only one in the state of all the community colleges that have the videos. So we're really, really excited about that. Dr. Dale is always willing to help us with those videos, and then other sources that we get also.
I was going to say, videos is something that's brand new to the yearbook. Like you said, the only one that's done it. Where'd that idea come from to put videos in the yearbook?
Well, we just, we're trying to stay current with all the contemporary things that are happening in the yearbook, in the publication industry, and videos are part of it. So that's the reason why we wanted videos in it. Plus, the videos are really, really good. I mean, you get to really experience what Southwest is really all about. Of course, you get to see all the activities that we sponsor here on campus, which, is really unbelievable. That all the activities that we do have. But then when you watch the videos, that just enhances it.
Absolutely. Ms. Joyce, I know it takes a large undertaking to put that together every year, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. We have 60 pages that are due right now for our first deadline, which are due next Thursday. So we're working fiercely to get those pages finished, yes. We use Adobe InDesign, and the reason why I chose the software of Adobe InDesign is that our students can go on to the major universities, and we have had those to go on to the major universities, like the Mississippi State Ole Miss, and who work on the yearbook there, or they work, maybe they go to New York City and work on a publication or magazines. And Adobe InDesign is the software that is used by all of those. So that's the reason why I selected Adobe InDesign, to help our students, so that our students are even more prepared when they go out into the workforce.
All righty. Well, we know the Pine Burr is a monthly. How long do you guys actually work on the yearbook?
We work continuously on the yearbook.
It never stops. When you finish one, the next one starts, right?
Yeah, we work at night. We work on Sunday afternoons. We just work. I've got some great staff people. Bryce Bateman is my editor this year. And Bailey Brumfield is the editor of the newspaper. So they are just great students, and they work really, really hard, and they're really dedicated. So, and then I have Addie Myers, who's also helping, was one of the co-editors. So yeah, we have 4 different deadlines throughout the year. And our first deadline, as I said, is next week, and then that's 60 pages that we'll have. Then in January, when we come back, we'll have 40 pages, and then another 40 pages maybe the next month. But we're usually finished by, except for the exception of this year, usually we're finished by February the 15th. But then we still get the proofs back, and we have to proof them again and then resend them to Dallas, Texas, is where Balfour are the ones that publish it. So yeah, there's a process that we go through for each page that we complete.
It is definitely an undertaking, but a well done yearbook. And as you just heard Miss Mabry say a moment ago, the best yearbook in the state with the MACCC. So that is definitely something that I know that yearbook staff and Miss Joyce and all of us here at Southwest will have our chest poked out about for sure.
Yes, we are. We've won 5 or 6 years as number one. So we're really excited. So we're always anxious when we get back.
We're just going to keep our chest poked out.
Yeah, we are. That's it. So we're always anxious when we get those scores back to see, because we know, I know how much work they have put into it and all the effort, and and I want them to win. So that's great.
Well, let's see. Instructor Mabry, yearbook Mabry, newspaper Mabry, tennis Mabry. Oh, and let's not forget, you're also a lifetime member of the Alumni Association. Aren't you?
Yes. We have a lot of things to offer here at Southwest. You know that. So because you're having great shows each time, and we want everyone to come out and visit us and see what we do have to offer, and especially students to come and take a tour, because we're here for you.
Absolutely. And again, if you're interested in the tennis program or in the newspaper or the yearbook, just find Miss Mabry. Of course, she's available. You can find her contact information through the website, smcc.edu. The newspaper is available to be read on the website at smcc.edu. And of course, for more information on tennis, you can go to the sports website at southwestbearathletics.com. Miss Mabry, I know you're very busy. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. Many hats that you wear, but some great products that we got to talk about tonight with you.
Yes, thank you for having me, and I love every hat that I wear.
Absolutely. She wears a lot of them and loves them. So if you see Miss Mabry on campus, she's probably heading from one spot to another from one of the many obligations that she has. Thanks so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
When we come back, we'll talk band. Clay Whittington, Director of Bands here at Southwest Mississippi Community College, is up next on Inside Bear Athletics on Bear TV.
Hey everybody, my name is Emily Lambeth, and I graduated from Southwest in 2005. I was an active member here on campus. I was involved in our Alumni Association now. I was involved in our choir, the band, the SGA. I was also the editor of our yearbook. It was a great experience for me. I enjoyed it. It was basically home away from home. I got involved in everything, and I challenge you guys to get involved on campus and joining our Alumni Association. Go Bears.
Join the SMCC Alumni Association today. Call 601-276-2442.
Welcome back to Inside Bear Athletics here on Bear TV. Our thanks to Ms. Joyce Mabry for coming in, talking yearbook, newspaper, and of course Southwest tennis. Well, let's talk band now. Director of Bands Clay Whittington joining us on this special Thanksgiving week edition. Clay, good evening.
Hey.
Well, let's talk band, and before we talk about this year's band, let's back up to last year. One thing, unfortunately, that never got to take place last year is the spring stage band show, something I know a lot of folks look forward to, but due to spring break being extended, the COVID-19 virus hitting, no spring stage band show last year.
That's exactly right. The kids were very disappointed. You know, the stage band show was scheduled for not that long after spring break. We had this extended spring break. We were really hoping to come back, and so the kids were very disappointed. But luckily, we have a lot of the same students back, and so you better believe they're super excited about the stage band show. It's coming up in just a few weeks.
I was going to say, we go through the summer with all the uncertainty. School finally starts back. And Clay, I got to believe that even when school started back, both marching band and stage band wise, you still really didn't know if you'd be able to pull off either, did you?
That's right. You know, when we all started back, it was so unknown. We didn't know if we were going to be here for a couple of weeks and then have to leave again. But we've been very fortunate here. We've been able to march at all of the home games with the band, and the stage band has been working from day one. And like I said, they're very excited about this show.
Well, before we talk about the stage band show, going back to the marching band side, marching at the football games, what extra things had to go into making that happen? I know one time you guys actually sat in the end zone. Another time you were in the bleachers. It was a lot of moving pieces to make sure that the marching band could even perform at the games this year, wasn't it?
That's exactly right. We started out, very late we decided to cut the band camp about the same time they decided they were going to cut football camps. So that really made it difficult for us to do our traditional marching show with the band. But we've worked really hard, and we've tried to just be good team players and practice our social distancing when that's possible. And that's kind of been what's happened with the move with the band, is we're trying to make sure that everybody feels safe and that our fans have plenty of room to move around and to social distance, and also to make some space for the band.
Well, moving from marching band on to stage band, and like you said a few moments ago, right now the plan is to have a Christmas stage band show. Tell us, about the show.
Okay, so this year's show is going to be basically what we are calling a hometown Christmas. There's a lot of Christmas songs that you've heard before. Really, we try to have a good blend of some new things that maybe you haven't heard, or some really old things that people haven't heard, and blend that in with our traditional Christmas. But this year, we're trying really hard to make sure that it's Christmas songs that everybody knows and loves. So it's kind of a greatest hits show for us.
B, of course, it's an indoor show, so let's talk about the COVID restrictions. How are you guys doing the show as far as people attending and things?
We are going to adhere to all the state's guidelines, which are changing. So whatever they tell us we have to do, we're going to do. Right now, I think we're around 50%. And so we're looking at ticketing right now to help people to make sure that they're not going to have to wait outside, or to even have to wait in line. And we added a show. So it's December 3rd at 7, December 4th at 2 and 7, December 5th at 7, and Sunday, December 6th at 2. So we added that Friday 2 o'clock matinee to just try to allow people the opportunity to come to this show, because it's quite a tradition in this community. A lot of people love to come to the show, and they say often that it just doesn't feel like Christmas until they've been to the Southwest Stage Band show.
I was going to say, my next line was, I hear so many people say we can't officially start Christmas until the Southwest Stage Band show happens, and a lot of people don't get their summer started until the spring stage band show. So you kind of keep people in line with the seasons, so to speak. That's why the stage band show here at Southwest is so important. And of course, like you said, a lot of Christmas going to be in it. Then you'll come back in January and hopefully be able to have the spring stage band show. But you guys do a lot of other stuff besides just the stage band show and the marching band, don't you?
That's exactly right. So we have our steel drum band that performs at the stage band shows. They also perform at a lot of schools and other community events. And so that's a lot of fun. The students really enjoy that. We also have an indoor percussion group that has been attending world championships every year, and the group has gotten better each and every year. So we're really, really busy with our competitive indoor percussion group. And we have our Symphonic Band that was fantastic last year. We do our Symphonic Band concert every year right before spring break, so we were the only college in the state that was able to do our spring concert last year. And so that keeps us busy. When you add stage band on top of that and recruiting, trying to bring in new members to the band each year, it's very, very busy in the spring for us.
I was going to say, next thing is recruiting. You had the advantage, especially being here in Pike County, a lot of great high school bands in this area, so you have a lot of very talented musicians to choose from, don't you?
Well, we do, but we have the smallest band recruiting area in the state of Mississippi. So with the least amount of bands and with the least number of seniors graduating. So we have a very, very lucrative scholarship program that helps our students and also draws people from our community and from outside of our community to Southwest and into our band program.
Absolutely. So you've got a lot of different things shaking, but right now it's the stage band show, which is coming up again just a couple of weeks away. Give us those dates again.
December 3, 4, 5, and 6. On the 4th, on the Friday, we have a 2 o'clock show and a 7. And on Sunday, it's a 2 o'clock show. So all the shows we have a 7 o'clock show the Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So good time to come out and bring your family and enjoy some Christmas music and some very, very talented students that have been working very hard to bring this community a great show.
Absolutely. And of course, with that show, don't forget ticketing information. All that good stuff will be passed along to you much closer to time. We're still about a couple of weeks away from actually having the stage band show. So we'll find out what the restrictions are, how many people are allowed in, and then we'll have a stage band show.
That's exactly right. You can look back on the website for information about ticketing, or the Facebook music department site will also have information about ticketing. And so we'll try to get that information out as soon as everything is finalized there.
But the important thing is it will still be free, right?
That's exactly right. Always free to this community. We've always said that this is our Christmas gift from Southwest to the community, so we always want it to be a free show.
Well, stage band coming up in just a couple of weeks. Marching band, of course, completed their fall. They'll go into the spring as well. So, Clay, a lot of things going on. And I think the important thing is the fact that a lot of things are still going on. Despite COVID, for the most part, you've been able to operate as normal as you possibly could, right?
That's exactly right. We've tried to make it here at Southwest with everybody as normal of a situation as we possibly can while adhering to the guidelines that we've been given.
So again, stay tuned to the website and to the music Facebook page for the dates and times, which are already set. But as far as attendance figures go, when the Christmas stage band show comes up in a couple of weeks. Clay, thanks so much for coming in and filling us in on the band this evening.
Hey, thanks a lot for having me.
As Clay Whittington, Director of Bands, we thank him. We also thank Miss Joyce Mabry for joining us earlier here on this special Thanksgiving week edition of Inside Bear Athletics here on Bear TV. And happy Thanksgiving, everybody, from all of us at Southwest Mississippi Community College. To your families, as we say, go Bears.